It is that time for a man to emerge from the darkness to light the way. Yes, we shall braai. It might only be 7 o'clock in the morning, but we braai, my friend. It's time to get the WEBER out. Chef Clem is here to whip up what looks like the most exquisite salad and steak combo. I am here for this. Every sizzle, smoke, and sear is going to make magic today. Today we are serving a grilled beetroot seeded salad with blue cheese and a Mediterranean-style grilled steak. A guaranteed crowd pleaser, perfect for al fresco dining, perfect for breakfast is what I'm saying, my friend.
I mean, why not? You got your veggies.
Yeah.
You got your proteins.
Balance.
Ryle would approve.
Yeah, he would approve. I know Grant was extra excited about this salad.
Yes, he was.
So I'm glad we're keeping the meat and our salad separate for this one. He's going to get to taste this guy
Yes.
once we're done. The flavor combos, the textural elements, we are winning. Where do you want to start?
You start over here.
With a fire,
Right,
baby, with
because
a fire.
it's all about the preparation. You got to get your coals right on your WEBER. So what I always do, right, I start with a little mountain of coals, get them like blistering hot, then I space them out. But the one thing people always forget, when you are building up coals, building up heat, you have to open all the vents, right?
Because we need air, oxygen.
Yeah, it's all
needs
about
to
that
feed
flow.
the fire.
Yes.
Okay.
Then another thing, which I'm not going to do today, but I feel like this is a step that people miss a lot when braaiing on a WEBER. When you put your meat down, or whatever, your veggies, you pop the lid on, and then you open the vent on that lid, right? The reason for that is, number one, you're keeping that heat inside your WEBER, and number two, you got that smoke ventilation, so it's picking up extra flavor, extra depth.
Sure.
That's how we do it.
And that's why I would always use a really good charcoal or burn my own wood down or something like that. But the care that goes into the integrity of the charcoal from the WEBER side makes all of the difference. And then I love the fact that we've got a nice even spread there, the beautiful kind of white tinge of that ash on the surface. Generally, when you've got the red underneath with the white on top, you are cooking, bro.
For today's recipe, I've got that even layer because I'm cooking one heat and it's hot. You want that fire heat. But if you're cooking something that you know needs a little less heat, but you still want that char, you can also pile a little mountain of the coals on the one side and cook direct, indirect, and back and forth. But today we're going direct.
So you do actually have a huge amount of control. Okay, so we know the big thing here is we've got to salt our steaks, baby.
Yes. Salt and pepper in the bowl. To that, we're going to add some oregano. We're giving it a Mediterranean vibe. So we can hit it with some red chili flake. You know what? I'm not shy. The red chili flake in there. Paprika. It's, again, people think paprika is like fire hot. It's not. There's no level of heat. It's just that beautiful roundness, sweetness of flavor you get from it. And then a little bit of ground fennel, which I think is actually quite interesting. Fennel we normally do with lamb, but
oh wow, okay.
I tried it with the steak and it actually worked. So a nice generous amount of salt again. Because this steak, meat, anytime, and veggies.
And it looks like we've taken some sirloins. We've got a nice thin cut there, which is great for the braai as well. Realizing now with the thicker cuts, like, you know, working through that gigantic T-bone, those sorts of things, or a sirloin or a ribeye on the bone, how much more cooking time it needs, and that's a slightly different lesson.
It is, yeah.
For this, we want that high heat.
You do,
We've got some lovely ribboning on there, which that says to me flavor, flavor, flavor.
There's so much fat in the steak that I can see already. I've got the oil there, I'm not going to use it. So I'm going to just let the steak do its thing in its own juices. Let's talk about the veggies, okay?
All right, so I like the fact that we've got kind of earthy flavors going on here, which is great. The fennel's going to bring that out here. Earthy vegetable here in the form of the beetroot, which lends itself beautifully to a good grilling. It gets a nuttiness.
It does.
A flavor emerges that's, for me, I don't normally like beetroot that much. I love it when it's cooked through like this. I got beef with the beets, yo. But there is something as a sounding board for other flavors. That's when it comes into its own.
Absolutely, and especially if you're doing it on the WEBER braai. If you put in a little foil pack, a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, put that on the WEBER and let it just cook and steam in its own juices as well. And what I like doing just before I actually do serve, I take some of them, pop them down, just flat side down, get them extra smoky. It is delicious. I'm gonna leave that guy over there now because these have had a little bit of a char. In here I've got some yogurt. I'm gonna ask you to help me with that.
Oh, with absolute pleasure, my friend.
Yogurt, and we're gonna hit it with some blue cheese. And the blue cheese, we know blue cheese, steak, they go really well together. But you could use a milder cheese if you'd like, but that blue just has that nice depth. That
is this all going in there? We're going to kind of crush them
all of it. And you're going to kind of mush it, stir it, like the whole vibe. To that, I'm going to add a bit of salt and pepper while you're doing that.
Oh, this is a magical flavor combo. And I think from a texture perspective, being able to include the nuts, absolute genius.
And the fact is, you can also keep this sauce quite chunky if you want, or you can blitz it and make it extremely smooth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's up to you. What are we
Look,
doing?
I love my blue cheese, so I like the idea of having little pockets of blue cheese love everywhere.
Here we go. Watch me just hoy all my leaves everywhere. Okay, you know what? Let's keep it chunky today.
Cool.
Let's keep it chunky.
So, I just want to put this in my mouth and chow the whole thing.
You can.
Oh, my word.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get some of that sauce down on the plate first. Like, you could mix it up and do it like as a dressing on the top, but I'm going to go just a little different this morning.
I like the fact that, yeah, when you present like this, people can craft each bite according to the flavor that they love.
That's right. It's kind of, it's very chefy in a sense, because that's our restaurant serve it to you. But when we're going to make your dinner a little special and kind of just play around with plating and just make it look different, you know?
Give it a little bit of zhuzh. Now, I'm finding now, obviously, with having cut my calorie load down with intermittent fasting, I'm putting so much more effort into that one meal. How it looks, how it smells, how it tastes, obviously, all makes a massive difference in terms of how your body receives it.
Yes.
It really does.
And then for your mind, if you're eating healthy, you've got to make sure you're hitting texture. Flavor and feel is one thing, but if you want to be satisfied, you've got to come in with that texture. And the way we're doing that today is some toasted sunflower seeds.
Oh, beautiful. Healthy, healthy, healthy.
And that crunch is amazing. A little bit of toasted pumpkin seeds. And then your steak, it's not done yet, but all you're going to do is you're going to give it a proper, let's say we could cook this for 7 minutes or 6 minutes. You're going to rest it for half the time. So you're going to make sure you rest it for 3 minutes before
everything can just chill.
Let's pretend you and I know the other side is going to go back on. But I just want to show you, like, it comes together so beautifully. And I'll show you 2 options now. Nicole's plated a beautiful family feasting style, and I'm doing the individual portion style. This is such a simple dish to make, but it ticks all those boxes.
It's ticking all of my boxes indeed. Absolutely beautiful. If you want this one for your very self, get the coals going right now and head over to expressoshow.com. You'll find all of our culinary inspiration right there.
Yeah.
Oh.